Good afternoon. How are you today? Well, it's nice out. I spent the day working from my home office because I wanted to be available to get things ready in case, as we hope, Holly comes home on the 9th. So all the little things that might make a difference that we can think of will be then supplanted by the things that we overlooked when she gets here. There's a lot of excitement that Trump Jr. talked to the January 6th committee, and that Kushner and I think Kimberly Guilfoyle did as well. So you got to ask yourself, what is the investigative value of that? Do any of us think that Donald Trump Jr. is going to tell us anything? I think it's as likely he will tell us that he urged his dad to correct what he'd done and then to lie about a lot of other stuff to make his father look good. I don't know that. But here's the problem with every witness. Do you have a truth teller or not? The question when you stand up in a courtroom with a witness you never saw before is, how do you gauge whether they're telling the truth or they're lying? And making that decision determines how you cross-examine a witness. In other words, to help you or to hurt you. So how do we do that? One of the ways we do that is we look at prior statements, say of Don Jr. Do we have any? Are any of them admissions? Since the strongest evidence against anyone is that they would admit something prejudicial that they believed or said they did or thought. I don't know that they have any former statements. Another way is documents independent of the person that set, say, a phone call at a certain time, or allow you to know who was present, or a text message, or an email, those kinds of things. In other words, a document by which you can compel the witness to tell the truth, that is in sync with this extraneous item, or they contradict it, and then one of those two items is not true, either what they say or what the document says. In the case of a document, he could be lying in the document. He could be telling the truth now. So it's always precarious to call a witness, a key witness, to testify without the kind of material to cross-examine them and to prove that they're honest. And at the end of the day, what are we doing? What are we going to do with this testimony? It sounds pretty harmless. So are we just calling him as a witness because his name is Trump? In other words, to get some sheen in the papers, like this is some celebrity. So it's not the way I would go about it. Unless I had prior inconsistent statements, documents that contradicted him, admissions that he made before. And if I didn't have those things, I probably wouldn't want to talk to him at all, because I would assume he wouldn't tell me the truth. But that's the January 6th committee. And when you have 800 plus witnesses, it just strikes me that you're talking to more people than you need to. Really, every one of those was worth the time? I doubt it. So there is a question about how you focus an investigation, and how you focus it determines how successful it may be. And a good example of a bizarre court case doesn't involve politicians. It involves Amber Heard and Sean Penn. I'm sorry, what am I saying? Sean Penn. Sean Penn said that he liked Johnny Depp, and I guess that's in my head. And I like him as an entertainer. I don't know him at all. I don't know what he's like. But it seems to me that some actors and actresses, in order to be as prominent and successful, have to be a little, not all of them. But you're in a strange place when one is suing Johnny Depp $50 million for whatever Amber Heard said about how he allegedly treated her, and she charged back $100 million. Now, is that a serious suit? What jury in the world is going to give either one of them anything like that? But that's that. Those of us who communicate on Twitter, if Elon Musk has his way, he's going to make some of us pay for it. Will you stay on if you have to pay to be on Twitter? I don't think I would. I don't know. There's an ominous thing that happened yesterday which is that J.D. Vance managed to win a primary. And, people point out that he only got a plurality vote. But that misses the point in that his standing increased after Trump endorsed him. And this is the peril of not going after and making accountable people who commit high crimes and misdemeanors, who commit ordinary felonies and misdemeanors, who try to overthrow our government. You allow them to live to fight another day. Haven't we seen enough of these movies where the monster gets up and then goes and tries to kill you again? Am I saying that Trump is a monster? Yes, I am. And those who would associate with him and lie to the American public and sell out our nation. That's just to round out my opinion. So I spent today, when I wasn't working on cases, trying to get some things ready for when Holly came home. And she's a moving target in the sense of she's rehabilitating and getting stronger as I speak. So some of the things may be unnecessary, but I'd rather be safe than ... So thanks again for continuing to write and wishing Holly well. And we appreciate it. And it does help us deal with the unpredictability of progressing from an amazing surgery to trying to recover. All the best. Bye-bye.